Hello, good day, sir. So I'm here to present the first coursework, which is about a recording of about 7 minutes, mainly talking about what we expect from this module. So I'll begin immediately, like as it states, biomathematics. So it's something related to biology, but we shall be applying mathematics to talk or to explore biology concepts. So it can be mathematical models to help understand phenomena in biology. So I'm expecting us to use mathematics and look into the concepts that are in biology. What are some of these concepts? There is physiology. So I am expecting us to talk about how to model the functions and interactions of organs, tissues, cells, molecules, and living organisms. So I'm expecting you, my lecturer, to help me to discover how can we apply mathematics in seeing these functions of interactions of organism, tissue, cells, and molecules in living organisms. I want to see maybe their multiplication. I really see mathematics applying already, but I want us to see how more can we apply it mathematically to see these tissues, cells, and molecules in living organisms. There is also ecology, how to model the dynamics, interactions of populations, communities, and ecosystems. So we shall be seeing ecology, where it includes populations, communities, and ecosystems. Also evolution, how to model the processes and patterns of genetic variation, natural selection, and adaptation in living organisms. Model, we have to model the processes and patterns of that is genetics, maybe in humans or in living organisms, how genetics can be developed or applied using mathematical things or mathematics. Then we have the toxicology, how to model the effects and mechanics of exposure to toxic substances on living organisms. Yeah, like I've already seen somewhere where we need to be talking about how these toxics or drugs, those things, they can be toxic from the natural environment. They can be these chemicals that can affect living organisms. So mathematically, how do we apply math to look at how that rate is in the community about living organisms, which include bacteria, these animals, even the plants, even us human beings. Then immunology, the responses and interactions of the immune system and pathogens in living organisms. I want to see also, you're asking me what I expect from me, so I'm expecting to see how mathematically do we bring about mathematical calculations or terminologies into biology to talk about the immune system and pathogens. In living organisms, of course, we are also living organisms. We may be living people, yeah, organisms as well. Then there is biomechanics, how the structure of and movement of living organisms and their living organisms, okay, how they live and move, movement structure, how these living organisms are made up. We may talk about human beings, so how are we made up from the head to toe? How are we connected? Like we had some ecosystem of human beings where they are like from over the heart to the veins to what. Now we want to apply math and look at it. Then we have wildlife and agriculture management. We want to see how the management and conservation of natural resources and biodiversity. I want to see mathematically how are we observing the living things, agriculture and wildlife. How do we apply math? Like I'm expecting that also to talk about it, how math applies to conservation of wildlife and agriculture management. Then conservation biology, model the treats and solutions for the preservation and endangered species and habitats. Yes, mathematically I want to talk about species, those are classes of living organisms and their habitats. We know living things, most of them, they live according to their classes. Like we have aquatic materials that stay in water. We have us who breathe like through lungs, whereas we are on land. So mathematically, how we express that. And we have population, genetics, and ecology. So how to model the genetic diversity and structure of population and their evolution over time. So I want to see how things multiply. Is the rate at which people grow, their population grow, is it the same as how these small organisms also grow? We used to hear that some living organisms, for them to give birth, they burst. But for us, we can give birth and still live. So I want to see if for us we still give birth and still live, but why some, when they die, that's when they give birth. So is that, we want to see mathematically how we bring about that relationship or the difference in the multiplication or the population growth. Then environmental toxicology, how to model the fate and transport of pollutants in the environment and their effects on living organisms. Still pollutants, we talked about the whatevers, the toxic, so they are still maybe the same, I may say. So we want to see also how pollutants mathematically affect human beings or environment or living organisms. Yeah, mainly that's all I may expect. Yeah, so I'm expecting a reference from my lecturer. Yeah, help me out to see how mathematics can be applied in biology. Yeah, I'm not a student of biology, but in any case, I need biology. We live, they say biology is the start of life, so as I'm living, I need biology and I use biology already. So I want to know mathematically or using their biomathematics. How would I live? Hmm? Applying it in my real life.